Hello and welcome to another month of our Year of Goosebumps series. I hope you enjoyed the first episode, and if not, I'm terribly, terribly sorry. I really wish I could take the last 11 and a half minutes of your life back, but I just can't. One thing I was really excited about when it came to Goosebumps books was how they would interpret a specific book into an episode. Now, when I was a kid growing up in the 90s with no access to internet, I wasn't sure which episode they decided to tackle next. I just automatically assumed that they tackled every single book in the franchise. But that would cost money, and some books would be worse interpretations than others. I'm looking at you, chicken. But there was one book in particular that I was curious to see how it would be turned into an episode. That book in question was The Blob That Ate Everyone. Now, this was an interesting book. This was one of the first ones I read where I actually went cover to cover without stopping. Not even for a piss break or a drink of water or anything like that. I must have really enjoyed it. And I thought the cover art was pretty detailed and scary, although I look at it now and all I can see is a giant bubblegum creature destroys an entire town, thousands are slain, and many more wounded. So how did they turn this into a half-hour television adaptation? Obviously not very well.
So we begin this tale on a bland old suburban neighborhood where our hero Zach is cleaning out the basement for his parents, when him and his friend Alex casually stumble upon an old wooden box that seems to be too big to be missed.
Don't open it. Why not? Can't you read?
Top secret science project. Beware.
Well, she proved you wrong, kid. Looks like she went to school and got that grade A education. Oh, and also...
Beware, you're in for a scare.
The girl opens the box and, well, she finds a shit ton of spaghetti. Sure ain't no secret science project I ever seen.
Oh, Jesus, what am I watching?
Oh, this must be that new tentacle porn thing I've been hearing so much about. But these are just kids. That's disgusting, Goosebumps. I never thought you'd stoop that low. So it turns out this was another story that Zach had written up, and he was sharing it the whole time with his friends. Well, at least the tentacle porn stuff is over.
Or is it?
That was the scariest story that you've ever read.
You have no idea how much I want your dick right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. They're just kids. That's just sick.
If you ask me, it was lame.
Oh, and Zach? Fuck you.
So Zach and Alex next discover a house that's been burned down from a lightning storm and decide to investigate just because. They needed a new plot device, I guess.
I mean, they pretty much botched any hope that the Tentacle was going to murder these kids in the first 2 minutes of the episode, so yeah. Quick thinking on your feet there, Goosebumps.
The kids find an old typewriter, and Zach gets electrocuted and falls down in like this dance-like manner.
Hey, I think that's happened to me before.
So Zach decides in this half-zapped state of mind that he's going to take the typewriter home and use it to write the scariest story ever.
Whoa! Way heavier than I thought.
It's like you can't just take it. It doesn't belong to you.
The store's totally wrecked. Who's gonna care?
Oh, what are you doing in here?
Just leaving?
Smooth, Zach. Real smooth. Like a fox.
You didn't touch anything, did you?
Except this here typewriter. I'll just be on my way.
I spent 10 years and all my life savings now. This.
Well, that's why you get insurance, lady. Come on, get with it. And so the woman offers Zach up the typewriter free of charge, so long as he can write the scariest story ever. Come on, seriously? Not even a penny? You just finished saying you lost everything. I'd start begging for change, lady.
Reader beware. You're in for a scare.
Hey, it looks like we got ourselves a young R.L. Stine on our hands.
Nah.
Well, I guess R.L. Stine wasn't present during the making of this episode.
So Alex somehow finds her way into Zach's house. Creepy. How'd you get here? Are you stalking this poor kid? You seem to think highly of his writing talents. I feel there's more to you than you're letting on, suspenders. So Zach begins to write his Blob story, and upon writing his first line, he experiences a weird coincidence.
Clouds massed in the sky overhead and unleash their fury.
Hey, where's that come from?
Oh,
Zach, you're not scared, are you?
a little.
I may be a mere man, but I'm man enough to tell you when I'm completely, shit-droppingly terrified.
So Zach's dad spooks the kids with candles, and Zach returns to writing his story in the dark.
The wind began to howl. What is that?
Oh, it's just one of those windswept wolves I hear about. They get picked up by the wind and they howl and they howl and they howl.
Alex and Zach were alone in the dark house.
Noticing a trend yet, kids? Here, let me explain it for you. Zach writes that the clouds unleash their fury. Voila! Fury unleashed. Winds howl. Sure enough, the wolves begin to howl in the wind. Now Zach writes that they're alone in the big house, and well, they soon discover that Zach's dad is no longer present with them in the big house. So Alex explains to Zach that everything he's typed thus far has come true and that the mysterious typewriter has something to do with it. Zach doesn't seem to believe her, but the two kids decide to find out if it's really true. Zach begins to type the next sentence and...
They heard a knock at the door. That didn't happen. I didn't hear anything.
There's a knock at the front door. Oh, no. I didn't hear anything. Nothing at all. Must be the wind, those crazy wolves.
And so the kids go to investigate, but discover that no one's at the door.
So what do you think it was?
You didn't type that there's anybody at the door.
I can't believe it. You actually think the typewriter's controlling everything?
Well, duh. That's why she gave it to you. She knew it's some kind of power, and she couldn't wait to get rid of it.
I can't wait to get rid of you.
And so, Alex died a horrible death. And maybe she left behind a nice turkey sandwich with some ketchup. And maybe, just maybe, some of those potato wedges I really like.
So Zach writes that his friend Adam stands on the front porch and knocks on the front door. And well, there he is. And he can't remember why he came over, but Alex suggests that Zach made him come over. Sure enough, Zach and Alex try to prove to Adam that the typewriter is really making all this stuff happen, and then Adam pulls a fast one, typing that the Blob monster is sitting in Zach's basement.
Hey there, you stop messing there with them magical typewriter machines, they'll get you killed! Oh, yes, quite.
But it turns out it's only Dad again. Oh, goofy Dad, making strange chainsaw growling noises again, I see.
You look, scared.
We're okay. We just heard noises.
From the basement.
Oh, that must have been me. I was down there checking the circuit breakers.
Sure you were, Dad. Sure you were. So armed with candlelight, the kids go to check the basement anyway because reasons. And it seems Adam was scaring them the whole time. What a dork.
Yeah, real funny, Adam. You should be on stage.
You really think so?
Yeah, the one that leaves at noon.
I don't get it. And so Zach chalks the whole night's events up to coincidence and manages to sit down and type the scariest, blobbiest one-page story yet.
Hello?
Alex, you've got to hear this. I'm writing my best story ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. The Blob monster attacks the video store in the mall. Everyone's screaming, trying to run away. But they can't, and the Blob eats everyone.
Is that Alex?
Uh-huh. Hang on a sec.
Ask her to come for dinner.
Okay.
And why don't you run out and rent a video for tonight?
Coincidence? Or is it?
Oh, I miss the old video stores. Renting movies, renting games, lots of sweets and candies and popcorn. It's a shame Blockbuster had to go under. So as Zach is trying to pick out a video, shit starts to go down as people scramble to escape the video store. Zach goes to check out what everyone is running from.
Oh, man. What could it have been? What are they talking about? It's back here.
I mean, it must not be that bad. There's still people shopping in the background.
Oh, so the tentacle point is back, I guess. Alright, episode. I'll bite my tongue. Don't try anything sneaky now.
So Adam mistakes the Blob for a cheap prop and gets swallowed by the monster. And so he abandons this poor dumb kid in exchange for trying to save the town from being eaten alive. Zach returns home to try to finish the story by writing the Blob out of the final act once and for all. But the Blob finds its way to Zach's house, swiftly moving up the stairs to Zach's room. Zach can't seem to type because the keys are jammed.
Ah, okay. So rather than have the character clumsily trip over their own feet, they opted to have the character be typewriter illiterate, therefore allowing the blob monster to slowly inch its way closer and closer to its feast. It's a really fucking stupid gimmick that needs to stop pronto.
And so the blob politely allows itself into the room, swallows the typewriter, and corners Zack and Alex on one end of the room.
Don't you get it? It's not the typewriter, it's me! I have the power!
Oh, so the blob was Adam after all. Well, now that's a twist.
I do! I have the power!
What power?
Forget it.
You wouldn't understand.
And so that was the blob that ate everyone. It was a step up from the previous episode we've reviewed, but the blob monster was only on screen for about 4 or 5 minutes max. The real story here was about the kid's magical typewriting power, which I found that it was a bit underwhelming. I mean, they shouldn't have focused on just the blob monster. They could have done so much more. Oh, and seriously, that was the worst blob monster I've ever seen. Bubblegum Larry over here was a much better creation than whatever the hell that contraption was.
Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for another Goosebumps episode next month. Subscribe to us on YouTube, leave a like and a comment, and while you're at it, check out some of our other videos from the channel. See you next time.